Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm trying to do this every Saturday morning, and there'll be different topics and activities that I do. Um, for those who haven't met me before, I'm Sinead, and I'm grieving my daughter who died in 2020. And it's been a lot, it's been life changing. There are some losses that are indescribable. Um, you don't just lose that person, like you lose your world as you knew it. Things like coping mechanisms have changed as well. I mean, it's been 4.5 years, and my coping mechanisms have changed. My support network's changed. The way the support looks has changed. My life as a whole just looks very different to what it used to. And one of the things that has really changed is that I've lost some of the things that I loved doing. Those things are just not, I've not found joy in them like I used to. And so it's been really difficult to get on with them like I used to. So one of those things is gardening. So I think it was November, I came across the Pop Gang. I think they were advertising on Instagram. And I thought, right, brilliant. It's a, if you haven't heard of Pot Gang, they send you the pots, the compost, the seeds, the instructions to grow anything that's, well, fruit and vegetables. I think fruit, but definitely vegetables. And I know I've seen some herbs as well mentioned. So I thought, brilliant, one pot a month, surely that's manageable, and can help me get back in my garden. So I think November, October, November, I ordered my first one, and then before I knew it, the second one come. Um, I think I paused it for a month, and then the next one's on its way. So I thought, do you know what? I have to do it. I have to start this, and it is something I know I enjoy. But it's just when that joy has been sucked out of you through a major bereavement or life change, it's very difficult to do those things again. So I'm starting with this one, and what I've done is I've actually done the compost already, because actually it comes in a compacted. I should have taken this out already, but yeah, I'll take out the other one and show you how it comes. So that's how it arrives, and then you add water to it, and now I've got a bucket full of compost. So brilliant. Um, so it's Cocoa Boost all-purpose compost, and it feeds plants for 6 months. It boosts foliage growth, stronger flower and fruit development, enhances overall plant vigour, and reduces moisture loss. So excellent. Ideal for tubs and baskets, seeds, rooting cuttings. Yeah. So brilliant. So I've done that bit already. But yeah, I always used to love gardening, and I really did see it as it was a sign of hope for the future, because actually when you're planting those seeds in your garden or a small little plant, it's like you don't know what it's going to become, but you are hopeful that it's going to be beautiful, or something that tastes beautiful. And my garden did used to be amazing. It still can be amazing, but at the moment it does need a lot of work. But yeah, I'm just going to do it one pot gang at a time. If I just say as well, it's not just the garden, is it? It's not just that you're growing things and they look beautiful. It is also that you go and sit in the garden and it really is a place that's peaceful and you can reflect there. Even though I'm close to a main road, my garden used to feel so peaceful. So if I just show you, to begin with, I got a nice welcome from the gang, from the leaders of the gang, and Sam, the founder, gives a bit of background to how it started and why. And it's a really interesting story, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. But what I do think, it is really a really beautiful idea, and I hope it's getting people into gardening that maybe wouldn't have tried it. So, should we actually do some? Has anyone else ordered this? Please let me know if you've got any experience of this, if you've got any tips. I can't actually read the comments from there, but maybe I should have a look. I think I can actually, I better not do that. But yeah, so let me see. What have we got in this pack? So we've got Priscilla pea shoots, Sadie shallots, and Garfield garlic. I love garlic as well. So yeah, and what it does, it gives you the instructions to start growing the vegetable, and then some guidance on care once he's growing, and then when to harvest, and then it even gives you a recipe. And each plant or seeds or bulbs has a character. So yeah. Oh, I've got a couple of shallots here. Sorry, garlic bulbs. Right, so what should we start with? Should we start with the garlic, actually, because it's my favourite one. This says, actually, reading it, Garfield garlic, on the campaign trail, loud and pungent, you know the type. That is so funny. Yeah, we know. So get him growing. Right, so to get him growing, you'll need 3 garlic cloves, 1 large pot, and 7 litres of compost. I have to say, I wasn't very good at measuring the compost. Well, not the compost, the water to go in the compost. So I had to keep topping up my bucket. But if you use warm water, it mixes quicker. They say it takes 20 minutes for it to mix. So to get Garfield on his way, fill the biggest pot to the very top with your compost. We don't want it soaking wet, so squeeze out any excess water as you transfer it onto the pot. The big man's cloves should be broken up. Work out which 3 are the biggest, then make 3 5-centimetre deep holes. Right, hang on. Let's get the pot. expect me to be messy as well. I probably should have brought a little shovel in. Yeah, great minds and all that. Yeah, we're not there. Right. Yeah, it's taking a lot of compost. Has anyone else got experienced losing more than the person they've loved? Like they've literally lost, you know, being able to enjoy things that they loved in the past. Yeah, please do let me know. I'm not alone. I'll tell you in a minute what I did as well for my daughter in her memory. But let me just concentrate on getting this in the pot without too much ending up on the floor. Has anyone used Pot Gang? If you have, let me know. What was your experience and have you got any tips? Yeah, there we go, just had some overflow. Yeah, I feel like the bucket needs a bit mixing up. Right. Let's see. So, oh, actually. So, make 3 5-centimetre deep holes about 10 centimetres across the pot. Pop the cloves in with their pointy ends up. That's the bit that I always get confused with when I'm planting things, especially bull. I'm like, which way up? So I'm glad. Just giving a bit of advice there. I think that should be fine. I've also lost my love of cooking. I used to love just cooking, either following a recipe or just making it up as I go along. And oh, I didn't realise this. But yeah, hopefully this will encourage me to get back into cooking interesting meals as well. Oh, so I just did that. Cover the holes with compost and then put him outside in a light spot, but fairly sheltered if possible. Plant your spare clothes in other pots or use them in the kitchen. This is why you should read all the instructions, because I just planted them anyway. I just put them in to see what happened. Oh, let's see what happens. I might have a lesson to learn. Right, so they've also got stickers on to represent, so that you can know what's in each pot. It's a lot more interesting, isn't it, than just writing garlic. Let's just have a smelly old man on the pot instead. One done. And let's see. So he doesn't need much looking after. Let his compost completely dry out and then water so it's slightly moist but not soaking. Too sodden and there's a chance he'll rot. His shoots should start popping up after a few weeks. Over winter, each of his cloves divide up in the cold, splitting into a mini bulb before swelling up into big boys as things warm up. As the weather improves in spring, you'll need to water more frequently as his compost dries out faster. Keep him in a sunny spot, tanning and all that. Yeah, we'll let him go orange. So yeah, there's one. I'm looking forward to see what happens. I'll have to do a follow-up. So, what is it? Hiya, how you doing? Hope you're having a nice morning. Or maybe it's not morning where you are. Where are you watching from? Let's see what's next. Priscilla Pea shoots. On the ground and fast moving, she's always got the scoop. 5th of November equals 0 sleep. There we go. So get her growing. Oh, first of all, if I just say about Diva, my daughter. So she's grown up with me loving my garden as like is an extension of my living room. It's always been an extension of my living room. And quite often the kids would be in here watching TV while I'm in the garden. Even if I'm not doing gardening, I'll be out there just relaxing like it's my living room. I used to call it the office. So for this, it says we need 1 pea shoot seed bag and 1 small pot and 1 litre of compost. Pea shoots taste so damn good. They're sweet. Yeah, you can come in if you want. So we've got someone joining us. I don't know in what capacity. Are you going to help?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Hi guys.
This is Cassie. So Cass, I'm just saying about
Oh,
Diva.
planting.
Sorry?
Planting.
Yep, I'm planting. So Diva's grown up with me loving the garden and growing things, and I particularly did enjoy growing things to eat. And it was more of a hobby than anything, and I just enjoyed that process. And like I said, it does inspire hope. So then when Diva moved from home into her shared house, she started growing herbs, and it was just really beautiful, and tomatoes and like yeah, but her favorite was basil. So and she could grow basil, so it's a really big plant. Like I've never achieved that. But do you want to sit down? Or yeah, sit there. So then so anyway, when she died, I decided rather than just buying a plant for in her memory, you can move around if you like. But rather than buying a plant in her memory, I would create an upright herb garden, which is what I did. And it's not in a great state right now, but I would like to get it back. Because it's in Diva's memory, and she would have loved it. I know she would, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
And of course we have basil in there. So Cassie, I'm just showing. So each of the vegetables,
Yeah.
or herbs and fruits, they each have a character.
Yeah.
So this one I'm doing is Priscilla, and it's pea shoots. So they're on the ground and fast moving. Did you know they grow really fast?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So pea shoots taste so damn good. They're sweet and juicy, bang tidy, paired with halloumi. Oh, Diva loved halloumi as well, didn't she? We're gonna have to try that. Mixed in salads or on top of fish or lamb. Take a few handfuls of your coconut compost and fill your small pot. Sorry, my cat's on heat.
She was annoying me yesterday.
Was she? Yeah. She's really annoying. So we've got to fill this one with compost. Do you want to have a go?
Yeah.
Oh. I've got no
gloves.
no gloves or the thing. because that's little, you might be able to scoop it up. Maybe. Oh, New Zealand. I just imagine it beautiful there. Do you get to do much gardening?
Full to the top, or
Yeah, fill to the top. Cassie did used to enjoy some of the gardening as well, but more importantly, she liked eating it. So Cassie didn't like cucumbers until I grew them, and honestly, if you'd ever tasted the cucumbers, they were just beautiful. And she still loves cucumbers.
Yeah.
And I did not know until I grew them that they have the little knobbly bits on. We're so used to just buying them in the shop.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that should be fine. So we've got to spread all of Priscilla's pea seeds across the compost and then push them down. So here we go. Oh, do you want to move over a little bit? So, let's move.
So these are the seeds.
Yeah.
Let's move this one.
We'll need that in a minute.
All of them?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they're quite big.
Yeah, spread all of. Oh, they are quite big. Do you want to show? Oh yeah. So we have to spread them out and then push them down so they sink. I think just each one. I don't think too far. Push them just gently. Will you make sure they're spread a little bit as well?
Yeah.
Oh, but they still have their top still visible. You got to read to the end of the sentence.
Only some of them are still visible.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Right next to each other.
See what, they make it look easy, but it's hard if you don't read properly. No.
Yep. I think that's enough.
Right, so then put this guide on top of the tray so the seeds are in the dark. Leave it inside on a warm windowsill. Check the compost stays slightly moist.
So we have to water it.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't have to. It doesn't say anything about watering. It says after 4 days in the dark, Priscilla seeds should be sprouting, growing roots down into the compost and producing shoots that push up into this guide. That's quick, isn't it?
4 days.
Take the guide off the top of the pot and keep our girl on a warm, light windowsill. She needs as much direct sunlight as possible. Water her compost every few days. You want it slightly moist, not soaking, so use small amounts of water. If white fluff appears on the compost, gently scrape it off. That's good that it gives you that little bit extra advice, because
Can we stick the sticker on it?
Yeah. So we have pea shoot pasta is the recipe. Yeah, I reckon we'll be trying that. Oh, watercress and pea soup as well. And halloumi and pea salad. I think we're going to have halloumi and pea salad for
Shall I write
Diva.
what it's called?
No, because that tells us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, we have to keep that on top.
Yeah. And we have to put it, no, so it's got to be covered. So it's going to have to put it open. So yeah, so I think that can go on my bedroom window maybe.
That's one.
So we've got 2 down.
How many to go?
One. Unless we do both boxes, but actually that needs putting in water. So, and it takes 20 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
So Sadie Charlotte, a touch mellower than Garfield, often sweet, but she can bring you to tears. So I should have done this at the time. It would have been, at the time of the elections, it would have been really relevant. So,
Fill this
into that.
I think that's all the compost. compost?
Yeah, it probably will be. 'Cause... So it says it's 2 shallots to one of the large pots. Each teeny shallot will multiply into loads more, so they will need space to spread. Right, that should be fine. Oh, is that all of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the compost at the bottom is actually a little bit wetter than the top. So it's 2 shallots to one of the large pots. Each teeny shallot will multiply into loads more, so they need space to spread. Fill the pot to the top with your compost, nice and fluffy. Pop. Luna, can you be quiet, please? Come on. Oh, this is the noisy one. Luna. So it says pop Sadie's 2 shallots in 1.5 centimetres apart. You want them with their roots facing down, pointy end up. The tops of the shallots should be poking out of the compost, not buried beneath it.
Okay.
Right. Oh.
So like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So the tops of the shallots.
It looks like an onion.
Maybe a little bit. It is a type of onion.
Like that, maybe?
Yeah, maybe a little bit more like that. Keep the pot outdoors in a spot that's ideally sheltered from the rain, and don't water it after planting. We don't want the compost too wet, otherwise the shallots can rot underground. So get her on the up. In between December to July, the shallots are low maintenance and Sadie's very easygoing.
What did someone say? Someone said
Let's see. We'll just ignore that one.
What did they say?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Not really relevant. So shallots are low maintenance. She'll develop green shoots through winter, and a clump of shallots will start swelling up at her base. Let her compost occasionally dry out, really dry out. Sorry. Put your finger a few centimetres into the compost, and if there's no moisture, give it a water.
There's moisture.
Yeah, definitely not. So if it rains, leave her be. We don't want her soaked and sodden. Soggy equals rot. Oh, if any flowers appear, pinch them off as they take energy away from our shallot. So, yeah, then it lets you know to
Should we stick
they'll
the
be
sticker
ready
on?
in July. Yeah.
Is this one?
Yeah.
We've got this little cute sticker.
Mm-hmm. We've got to find a place for these. I'm not quite sure where we're going to put them. Oh, this one, you'll like this recipe. Maybe this in July. I'm expecting you to cook this, although I won't eat it. I don't eat prawns. St. Lucian prawn curry.
I'm definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Cassie loves prawns.
It doesn't fit. It just falls.
Oh, that doesn't need to go on it. No. So that will just go outside. But no, that was really good. It's like quite easy to use. The instructions are really easy to follow. I think when I first looked at it, I was like a bit overwhelmed with how much came and how much writing is on each bit of paper. And I was like, oh.
Oh, we don't have that?
No, because we don't want that outside. We need that. Oh, yeah, we need to be able to read it occasionally and check, are we doing the right? Are we looking after it properly?
Yeah,
so, are you going to join me in the garden more if we get some food growing?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really easy to follow. I think you'd be able to follow it.
Yeah. Okay, so where should you put this one? Why is that?
Don't need to go in the garden. What's that? Don't know. It must be part of the compost. So just a bit of information about the compost, coconut compost brick. It's made from recycled coconut husks, a waste material from the coconut industry in India. And they've got a picture of the factory. It's peat free, meaning we don't drain boglands for our compost production. Plus it's also carbon neutral. And I do love that. And when you add the water, it expands to around 5 times its size. So you're supposed to add 4 to 5 litres of warm water and watch it expand for 10 minutes. If it doesn't fully absorb, add a bit more water and let it soak. I just had to keep adding. But then you've just seen that I don't follow the instructions fully. So I didn't measure it properly. But yeah, so I am due a new box. And do you know what? It's tomatoes, golden courgettes and spring onions. In March is red peppers, cucamelons and basil. Not quite sure what cucamelons are.
Maize, cucumbers, sugar snaps, peas, and
Maize when oregano.
Yeah.
Oregano. That maize when Diva died as well. And I feel like we need more coping mechanisms put in place, like when it comes to May and when it's her birthday in September. So I think I've definitely been making sure I've got May's and September's ready.
Trying to eat the watering can.
Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this morning. Oh look, they've got a section pottiest member. I think you can send your photos and messages in, and you'll get a mention. So it's a nice little community.
Definitely recommend.
Yeah. So I've still got one more to do, so I'm going to do that as well this morning. And I think I'm going to actually, if I can find some time this afternoon, I think I'll go and do a little bit in the garden. It has inspired me to go and do something. It just kind of reminds you of what you used to love.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does. When you're out in the garden, I think it just gives you a bit of space to think, and you're just being. So yeah. Well, thank you for joining my live, and I really appreciate you for staying and joining in. And let me know if you tried the pot gang and what you think of it, or your general gardening experiences and how it helps you with grief or with healing generally. Hope you have a great weekend. Take care. Thank you. Bye. And please don't forget to subscribe. Yeah.
Turn on the notification bell so you're notified every time Sinead posts a new video.
Because I do the live videos every Saturday, 11:30. Thank you. Bye.